I've shot a few ads and a few interviews, and I've actually noticed that people find it really difficult to speak in front of a camera. Today's video is going to be very beneficial to everybody because I'm going to be giving you the basics of how to talk to people through a camera in the most effective way. In this day and age, we can evidently see that the world has changed. Everything has moved from the analog world into the digital space. People are talking to cameras day in, day out instead of actual people. Companies are actually holding things like interviews through video conferencing platforms. We can see newscasters are actually shooting their own videos or their own news from home. Very many people are working from home, and the only means of communication or passing messages here and there is through video conferencing. We also have influencers who use their cameras to create their content, and they actually make good money out of it. And sometimes they might find themselves using their cameras in the weirdest places possible. You can be in a restaurant eating, and the guy seated next to you removes his camera and starts vlogging. You can be in the streets walking, and the guy walking next to you removes his camera and starts talking to his camera. You need a lot of confidence to do that. It's not easy. Like right now, I'm actually alone in the house with my camera, and I'm speaking to my camera, which might seem a little bit weird to some people. That doesn't mean that I've always been comfortable speaking in front of the camera. It's a skill that I've acquired over time, and it's a skill that anybody can acquire, but only if you keep on practicing. Let me share with you a few tips that will make you more comfortable in front of the camera and that will help you be more engaging to your audience. Tip number 1, maintain eye contact. Looking deep into someone's eyes will increase your chemistry, and it can even increase the chances of you convincing that someone of anything. In this case, the lens is the eye of the camera. So when speaking to the camera, look directly into the center of the lens, and you will actually be looking into the eyes of your audience. Many people tend to look at the screen of the camera instead of looking directly into the lens. And this tends to distract them because they're looking at how they look like, and your mind wanders away. And you're also going to be confusing your audience because they're going to be wondering, what are you actually looking at up there? So look directly into the lens, and you'll be looking directly into the eyes of your audience. Tip number 2, be confident in front of the camera. Confidence shows that you actually know what you're talking about, and this will increase the trust that your audience have towards you, and trust me, they will watch more of your videos. Tip number 3, be relaxed. Why are you stressing? It's not surgery that you're going to perform, it's just a video that you're making. So relax and make the video. There's no specific way of how to speak in front of the camera. There's no specific language that you're supposed to use. Everybody is different. So relax and just be you. To the people like content creators out there and the people like the YouTubers out there, you should even be more relaxed because your video is going to pass through the editing process. We know you're going to be making a lot of mistakes while recording the video, but in the editing room, you're going to cut out all those mistakes and patch up a very nice video that you're going to upload later. So relax, make mistakes, and rectify the mistakes later. Tip number 4, write down your pointers. Writing down your pointers will help you a lot not to get lost in the middle of the conversation. You don't have to necessarily write down like a full script of everything that you're going to say in the video, because this will actually make you sound like a robot. Just write down small pointers that will guide you on the things that you're going to say and will guide you on what you're going to go and say next. Tip number 5, use hand gestures. Please use your hands. Don't let them just stay in one position without them doing anything. Your hands can help you support your statements. Using your hands make you seem a little bit more confident. Using your hands make you seem like you actually know what you're talking about. And people will pay more attention to you because you actually know what you're talking about. But remember that too much of something can also be a distraction. Use your hand gestures in moderation. Use your hands to emphasize something. Use your hands to demonstrate something. Like for example, you can say like the plane flew away, or that thing is in my head. This kind of hand gestures can emphasize the points that you're talking about. But if you use them too much, they're going to be useless. They're just distracting the audience that are watching you. Tip number 6, and the tip that you cannot avoid, is keep on practicing. I'm sure many of you have heard of the saying, practice makes perfect. This is actually true. The more you practice, the more you gain more confidence, the more you become a little bit more articulate, the more your speaking is also smoother and cleaner, the more you get more knowledge on what your audience loves about you, and the more you're going to use it to to your advantage. Practice more speaking in front of the camera, even if you're alone, even if you're not making any other videos. Go in front of the mirror, talk to yourself, and you'll become better. Trust me, one day you're going to be able to put out a full paragraph without making a mistake. That is what practice does for you. No one was born speaking fluent English. No one was born speaking fluent Kiswahili or any other language that you use. English or Kiswahili or any other language that you use grew in you over time. This is the same concept when it comes to speaking in front of a camera. Time will always determine how good you're going to become. Remember this very important point. Even though you think that you're just speaking to a camera, trust me, you're not just speaking to a camera. You are speaking to a very large audience of people who are watching your videos. So make sure every word that comes out of your mouth actually counts. That brings us to the end of the video. Hope it was beneficial to you. And thank you very much for your time. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be putting out more and more of these useful videos. See you next time.